Hey everybody, we are talking about the Talomen Legend Series L52 microphone today. This is a $49 microphone on Amazon as its current price when I am doing this review. If I sound a little bit nasally or something and you think I'm sick, then you'd be right. Unfortunately, it happens to all of us. Please bear with me. I'll try to keep those sounds to a minimum. I'm going to talk aesthetics first. The rose gold handle looks great, very, very well done. It's not my favorite color for a microphone. I don't like really flashy stuff, but I will say it is done well. Along that line, the chrome top here is a bit shinier than most of the microphones that are modeled after SM58s are, which this one is. As you can see, here's a traditional SM58, and that's a lot more flat and a little bit less eye-catching. And as I'm not trying to draw attention to my microphone on stage, I'm going to go ahead and swap that out with this one, which is just a replacement SM58 cover. It does fit. Threading's the same, no problem. All right. That's aesthetics. Let's talk quality. There was a burr inside of here. You can kind of see the horseshoe shape. That burr was sitting in there when they treated this with the rose gold color, it looks like. That's why you can see that it's a different color underneath. I have removed it. It kind of gave me a little resistance trying to plug it in at first, but it has not been any real problem. As far as the sound quality goes, I'm going to do a quick comparison to the actual SM58, and unfortunately just describing it. I'm not going to talk through them right now. But the SM58 is known for their warmth in the medium-low end. It's something they're famous for, and lots of people like them for that reason. This did have a very strong warmth in that range, but it did also include more high-end than the SM58 did. Just so you know, if you're trying to replicate that sound, use a mixer or something, turn down that high end, you might get a little bit more towards the SM58 sound out of this. It was louder than the SM58, and that's not necessarily a problem. It kind of reminded me of the SM58 Beta, which is a slightly different model. This weighs in at 11.3 ounces compared to 11.7 for the SM58. And that is, of course, with the original grill cover on there. So there's not a whole lot more I want to say. I'm not just going to talk. I will say the switch on here, unfortunately, is probably the junkiest part of this. I kind of wish that they made an offering that did not include the switch. I think I'd be even happier with the microphone in that case. It just slides a little bit too easy for my taste. And anyway, handling sound. So the SM58 does a pretty good job of insulating the pickup from hearing handling noises while you're holding the microphone. This does not do as well a job. This is one of those areas where you really notice that you didn't pay the extra money for an SM58. It's not horrible. I have here another example. This is a knockoff fake SM58 that was like 30 bucks on Amazon, and this thing is atrocious with that kind of sound. I have a lot of other cheap microphones that I've tested out, and I will say this is probably one of the best, if not the best, non-SM58s that I have tested. So it is far from bad, but it's not as good as the SM58 goes. What it came with was a few different cords. I'm just going to say they're not very high quality cords. The mic stood out as being much better quality than the cords that it came with did. These same cords actually have come with much cheaper, much junkier microphones, which unfortunately just kind of ruins it for me a little bit. You could probably replace these connectors with higher quality ones and your cord would be fine. It did come with a 20-foot cord, which is a nice thing, as opposed to the 10-foot ones or the 8-foot ones that typically come with these kinds of things. But this is a well-made microphone. It is pretty beefy. It seems to be like, all one piece kind of thick metal body as compared to some of the other cheap ones. So you can hear that, and then this is a cheap one. And it's a pretty obvious sound difference there. So they did do a good job on the construction of this thing. Unfortunately, it's probably one of those companies that also produces really junky stuff because they're using junky attachments instead of spending a few extra dollars and giving you a decent quality cord with it. All of that said, I don't really care about the cords that much because I have plenty of them and I have better ones to work with. I'm not too bothered by it. So I do enjoy this. I think I'll probably be willing to use this thing on stage at church or something like that. Give it a try before doing any actual performing. But anyway, yeah, it seems pretty decent. Can't speak to its longevity or how well it'll stand up to a little abuse. SM58s are famous for that, their ability to, and so this is kind of modeled after it. Seems pretty similar, but who knows what the workmanship on the inside looks like. So anyway, these are my thoughts. Take them or leave them. Thanks, guys, for your time.
Hola, os quiero enseñar este micrófono que viene aquí, que viene en esta caja tan bien preparada. El micrófono viene aquí originalmente y viene con dos cables, un cable de 5 metros y luego el cable con jack de 5,25 milímetros que se conecta pues a una mesa de mezclas o a un o a un altavoz Bluetooth o a algún altavoz, vamos, o algún amplificador. Y lo que vi, ¿qué es lo que he visto? Bueno, pues la presentación es muy buena y el micrófono está construido de forma muy robusta, muy bien construido. El micrófono viene tal cual, sin el soporte este que estáis viendo aquí. Este soporte es mío y la mesa de mezclas también es mía. Entonces lo estoy probando, estoy haciendo un vídeo probándolo con este micrófono, con el micrófono cardioide. Un micrófono cardioide quiere decir que es un micrófono direccional y además es un micrófono que no necesita corriente. La corriente fantasma esta que requieren los micrófonos condensador, pues el micrófono cardioide es pasivo, no requiere ninguna fuente de energía. Digamos que transmite los impulsos eléctricos directamente a un amplificador, a un preamplificador. La calidad es muy buena, la calidad de construcción es muy buena, está construido en aluminio, aquí lo podéis ver. Perfectamente. Es que si lo muevo así, me oís mucho menos. ¿Veis? Este es el efecto cardioide. Que cuando está hacia atrás se oye mucho menos que cuando está hacia adelante. Tiene un interruptor para apagarlo y encenderlo. Y está construido en aluminio macizo. Está muy bien construido. Me gusta mucho la construcción de este micrófono. Y bueno, la calidad está bien. La calidad, he probado con uno que tengo de otra marca y he visto que es menos sensible que el de la otra marca. Pero como podéis ajustar la ganancia con una pequeña mesa de mezclas, pues no debe ser problema. Así que bueno, pues a mí me ha gustado mucho y yo creo que por el precio está bien. Es un buen producto y lo podéis usar perfectamente. La calidad, pues la calidad es media, ni muy buena ni muy mala. Yo creo que es media. Así que bueno, pues si queréis montar un karaoke en casa o algo así, pues está estupendo. está estupendo para ese uso. Incluso pues lo podéis utilizar para producir vídeos o para producir otro tipo de contenido con toda tranquilidad, ¿eh? Os va a venir bien. Ya os digo, el diseño es muy bonito, es muy años 70 y eso no quiere decir que sea malo en absoluto. O sea, que en los años 70 se hacían unos micrófonos excepcionales, eso sí, carísimos. Esto ha bajado de precio de forma radical y se ha puesto al alcance de cualquiera. Así que, bueno, pues yo lo recomiendo. Me ha gustado mucho y le voy a dar 5 estrellas. Muchas gracias. Hasta luego.
MIDI speaker that I have, MIDI amplifier that I have. So it does work. I'm not going to sing for you though, but it does work, and it's a really nice build quality. So as far as it being all metal and feeling good in my hand, it would fit good on a stand as well, no problems there. And the fact that you get 2 lengths of cable is a great thing as well. So there you go. This is the microphone. Nice all metal microphone. And came all packaged, box, and everything like that. So hopefully this helps you a little bit.
So this is a compare and contrast with the Talomen L52 vocal microphone and my professional use one. No effects are being used, and both are on the same setting, a basic flat plugged-in sound. So here we go. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Thank you.
So this is the microphone. As you can see, it looks great. It feels great too. It's really solid metal. I like the weight of it as a singer. I like to feel the weight in my hand, so I really like this. It comes with 2 cables. This one you can see I have just plugged into this mini amp, and the other one would go into a more solid AV system. Just a simple on-off button like that, and then testing 1 2 3. As you can hear, it's coming through the amp well. So yeah, overall great little microphone. This is the shorter of the cables. It's got a longer one as well.